Back in the 80s, the A-Team became a cultural phenomenon, capturing the hearts of audiences worldwide with its blend of action, humor, and camaraderie. The chemistry among the cast members was palpable, creating a bond that resonated with fans for decades. While we revisit the thrilling adventures and daring escapes, it's impossible not to be transported back to a time when Hannibal, Face, Murdoch, and B.A. Baracus were the ultimate team. Today, we celebrate not only the show, but also the incredible talents who made it legendary. Sadly, the passage of time has led us to say goodbye to some of these talented individuals. Throughout this video, we'll honor their contributions to the entertainment industry and the impact they've left on us, the fans. Their memories will forever be etched in the A-Team legacy. So, join me on this nostalgic journey as we celebrate the A-Team, reflect on the golden era of television, and remember the remarkable actors who made it all possible. Together, let's pay tribute to our fallen heroes, ensuring their legacy lives on. George Peppard. George Peppard portrayed John Hannibal Smith in the 1983 movie, serving as the leader and mastermind of the team. Overcoming a significant struggle with alcohol in 1978, he immersed himself in aiding fellow alcoholics. Reflecting on his journey, he confessed in 1983, "I knew I had to stop, and I did. Looking back now, I'm ashamed of some of the things I did when I was drinking." Peppard, a 3-pack-a-day smoker for the majority of his life, received a lung cancer diagnosis in 1992. After undergoing lung surgery, he successfully quit smoking. Despite health challenges in his later years, he remained active in acting. In 1994, just before his passing, Peppard concluded filming a pilot with Tracy Nelson for a prospective series titled The P.I. Originally intended as a spin-off from Matlock, it featured Peppard as an aging detective with Nelson as his daughter sidekick. On May 8, 1994, amidst his battle with lung cancer, Peppard succumbed to pneumonia in Los Angeles. Born George William Peppard, Jr. On October 1, 1928, in Detroit, he was the son of building contractor George Peppard, Sr. and opera singer-voice teacher Vernell Rohrer. His mother faced 5 preliminaries before giving birth to George. The family experienced financial hardships during the Depression, leading his father to seek work, leaving George and his mother in Detroit. He graduated from Dearborn High School in 1946. Initiating his stage career in 1949 at the Pittsburgh Playhouse, Peppard later moved to New York City and joined the Actors Studio, studying the method under Lee Strasberg. To support himself during this period, he undertook various jobs, such as working as a disc jockey, being a radio station engineer, teaching fencing, driving a taxi, and working as a mechanic in a motorcycle repair shop. Having been married 5 times, Peppard was the father of 3 children. In 1990, he commented, "Getting married and having a bad divorce is just like breaking your leg. The same leg, in the same place. I'm lucky I don't walk with a cane." Residing in a Greek Revival-style white cottage in Hollywood Hills, California, Peppard's home boasted elegant porches on 3 sides and a guest house at the rear. Later owned by designer Brenda Anton, who extensively renovated it, the cozy home was eventually acquired by writer-actress Lena Dunham in 2015 for $2.7 million. Robert Vaughn. Robert Vaughn portrayed General Hunt Stockwell in the 1983 movie, proposing to the team, while they were under arrest and awaiting trial in the 5th and final season, that they collaborate with him. In exchange, he pledged to drop all charges against them. Vaughn passed away in a hospice in Danbury, Connecticut, on November 11, 2016, just 11 days before his 84th birthday. His death followed a year-long battle with leukemia. Born on November 22, 1932, to Gerald Walter and Marcella Frances Vaughn at Charity Hospital in New York City, Vaughn's father was a radio actor, and his mother was a stage actress. His parents divorced, leading Vaughn to reside with his grandparents Frank and Mary Gaudle in Minneapolis, while his mother pursued her travels and performances. Attending Lowell Elementary, Jordan Junior High School, and North High School in Minneapolis, Vaughn graduated in 1950. Dubbed Nubby, he engaged in various high school activities, including the Polaris Weekly school newspaper, the Student Council, and sports, earning the title of captain of the cross-country team. In 1974, Vaughn married actress Linda Staub, with whom he shared the screen in a 1973 episode of The Protectors, titled It Could Be Practically Anywhere on the Island. The couple adopted 2 children, Cassidy, born 1976, and Caitlin, born 1981, and settled in Ridgefield, Connecticut. During the late 1960s, Vaughn had a romantic relationship with Joyce Jameson, who appeared as a guest star in a 1966 UNCLE episode, The Dippy Blonde Affair. A staunch member of the Democratic Party, Vaughn hailed from a Democratic family deeply involved in Minneapolis politics. Initially labeled a liberal Democrat early in his career, Vaughn opposed the Hollywood blacklist on free speech principles. However, he also stood against communism as a totalitarian system. Vaughn actively campaigned for John F. Kennedy in the 1960 U.S. presidential election, serving as the chair of the California Democratic State Central Committee Speakers Bureau and supporting candidates throughout the 1960s. In 1967, Vaughn released the MGM Records spoken word album, Readings from Hamlet, featuring him performing 7 excerpts from Shakespeare's Hamlet, accompanied by incidental music. His autobiography, titled A Fortunate Life, was published in 2008. LeGault. Lance LeGault, renowned as U.S. Army Colonel Roderick Decker in the 1980s American TV series The A-Team, passed away from heart failure on Monday, September 10, 2012, at his residence in Los Angeles at 77. He is survived by his wife of 28 years, Teresa, and their 4 children, Mary, Teresa, Marcus, and William Lance, Jr. Born on May 2, 1935, in Chicago, Illinois, LeGault was the son of Mary Jean. His father, a French-Canadian from Moose Creek, Ontario, Canada, and mother, Mary, born in Illinois, hailed from immigrants of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Faced with financial struggles, LeGault experienced a period in an orphanage between his father's demise in 1941 and his mother's remarriage in 1943. Starting work at 11, he was dismissed from the railroad at 13 when they uncovered his misrepresentation of being 18. LeGault's initial 3 feature films were Elvis Presley movies, namely Girls, 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 1962, where he served as a stunt double for Presley, Kissin' Cousins, 1964, and Viva Las Vegas, 1964. He also appeared in Presley's 1968 NBC television special, Elvis, also known as Elvis 68 Comeback Special, playing a tambourine at the side of the stage. His role as a carnival barker in Roustabout, another Presley film, showcased his versatility. In 1969, he portrayed Iago in the UK stage version of Jack Good's Catch My Soul, Rock Othello, reprising the role in the 1974 Metromedia film version of Catch My Soul. In the commentary for the Knight Rider Season 1 DVD pilot, creator Glenn A. Larson highlighted Lance LeGault's voice as 4 octaves lower than God's, securing him roles as a villain or other formidable characters. His distinctive voice also led to a voice-over career. Notably, LeGault's deep bass voice was featured on self-guided tour cassettes at Elvis Presley's Graceland in Memphis, Tennessee. Throughout the 1980s, he provided voiceovers for ABC's trailer programs. In the gaming realm, he voiced Major Manson in the 1998 video game Battlezone 2, Combat Commander, and lent his deep bass voice to Junior the Buffalo in Disney's Home on the Range, 2004. Furthermore, he voiced Yank Justice in the 1985 series Bigfoot and the Muscle Machines. Between 2009 and 2010, LeGault contributed voiceover work for Burger King, particularly for the then-new Angry Whopper burger. His voiceover repertoire extended to commercials for Dodge and 7-Up. Jack Ging. Jack Ging, renowned for his role as General Harlan Bull. Fulbright on NBC's television adventure series. The A-Team, passed away from natural causes at his residence in La Quinta, California on September 9, 2022, at the age of 90. Born on November 30, 1931, in Alva, Oklahoma, Ging was the offspring of a couple engaged in farming on the outskirts of Alva, Oklahoma. Both sets of his grandparents participated in the Cherokee Strip Land Run of 1893. Following his parents' divorce when he was young, his mother became a Harvey girl, working irregular hours as a waitress. Despite his mother's custody, the unpredictable nature of her work led to Ging residing with relatives. Eventually settling with a family named Domenici, he attended a Catholic school. Later, he enrolled in St. Michael's boarding school in Santa Fe, New Mexico, but left when his mother fell ill. They returned to Oklahoma, where his mother lived with his grandmother, and he resided with an aunt and uncle. Ging starred in the war film Sniper's Ridge, 1961, and portrayed Will Coleman in Where the Red Fern Grows, 1974. Notable film credits include Hang 'em High, 1968, Play Misty for Me, 1971, and High Plains Drifter, 1973, all alongside Clint Eastwood. Additionally, he featured in horror films like Die Sister Die, 1972, and Sss, 1973, as well as the action film That Man Bolt, 1973. TV movie appearances included titles such as Terror in the Sky, 1971, and The Disappearance of Flight 412, 1974. Alongside his achievements in football during college, Ging played one season with the Edmonton Eskimos in the Canadian Football League after graduating. He was also a winner of the Crosby Golf Tournament and a champion in the Clint Eastwood Celebrity Tennis Tournament. Jack Ging and Katie Ging married immediately after high school. Following their divorce, he married Gretchen Groening on April 19, 1956, resulting in one son before their divorce in September 1973. Subsequently, on September 23, 1978, Ging tied the knot with Sharon Ramona Thompson in Los Angeles, and they welcomed two daughters into their family. Red West. Red West portrayed Lit Trask in the A-Team. West passed away on July 18, 2017, at the age of 81, succumbing to an aortic aneurysm at Baptist Memorial Hospital in his hometown of Memphis. His demise occurred within 2 months of the passing of his relative actor Sonny West in May 2017. West, born in Memphis, Tennessee, to Lois and Newton Thomas West, was the cousin of actor Sonny West. During their high school years in Tennessee, West and Sonny crossed paths with Elvis Presley. A skilled athlete and a U.S. Marine, West played football for his high school and the Jones County Junior College teams, also engaging in boxing in the Golden Gloves Championships. In 1961, West tied the knot with his wife Pat Boyd, and they welcomed 2 children into their family. In the 1960s, when Presley was involved in filmmaking in Hollywood, Red West took on small roles in 16 of the star's films. During this period, West developed a close friendship with actor Nick Adams and, leveraging his physical prowess, worked as a stuntman on Adams' TV series, The Rebel. This led to more stunt work in films, and he built a career as an actor in various movies and television shows. Notably, he frequently appeared on screen as a henchman in the television series, The Wild Wild West, where he also served as a stuntman. West assumed the lead role in the 2008 independent film Goodbye Solo, portraying William, a despondent man who befriends a Senegalese individual in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The film garnered positive reviews, with critic Roger Ebert noting, "West isn't playing himself, but he evokes his character so fully that he might as well be. West's face is a map of hard living." His final film role was in the 2013 film Safe Haven as Roger, an elderly store clerk in Southport, North Carolina. In John Carpenter's 1979 film Elvis, West was depicted by Robert Gray, Additionally, his son, John Boyd West, portrayed him in the 2005 Golden Globe-winning CBS miniseries Elvis and in the 21st episode of the 5th season of Quantum Leap, Memphis Melody. Danny Wells. Danny Wells takes on the role of film director in the television show. Wells passed away in Toronto on November 28, 2013, from cancer at the age of 72. He found his resting place in Mount Sinai Memorial Park Cemetery in Los Angeles, California. Wells, born as Jack Westelman on April 7, 1941, in Montreal to Eli Westelman and Eunice Trottenberg, was of Jewish descent. His acting journey spanned over 4 decades, commencing in 1972 on the comedic television series Love, American Style. Making his film debut in 1975 with The Strongest Man in the World, Wells went on to feature in a series of successful films, including Private Benjamin, 1980, with Goldie Hawn and Eileen Brennan, The Woman in Red, 1984, starring Gene Wilder, Magnolia, 1999, and The Last Kiss, 2006, where he portrayed the uncle of Michael Weston's character, Izzy. Wells lent his voice to several animated series such as Batman, the animated series, Grossology, and Johnny Bravo. However, it was in 1989 that Wells not only starred in, but also voiced the animated character he is likely best remembered for by younger audiences, Luigi from the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. As per his cousin, television reviewer Alan Sepinwall, Wells had a consistent presence throughout the 1970s and 1980s. In 1975, he secured the role of Charlie the bartender on the CBS television show The Jeffersons. Charlie, the owner of Charlie's Bar, on the first floor of the Colby East luxury apartment building where the Jeffersons and Willises lived, became a recurring character. Throughout the show, Charlie provided advice to the residents, with a recurring gag involving George Jefferson, played by Sherman Hemsley, sneaking out before paying the bill during drinks. Charlie the bartender evolved into a recurring role, and towards the end of the series, he even had specific episodes written for him. In Season 9, Episode 5, Charlie's Angels, Charlie borrowed money from Tom Willis, played by Franklin Cover, to upgrade his bar and attract business with risque-dressed waitresses, a move that caused discomfort to Louise, played by Isabel Sanford, and Helen, played by Roxy Roker, feeling that the changes were exploiting the women. Jim Boeke. Jim Boeke, renowned for portraying Bill Mather, passed away on September 26, 2014, succumbing to acute leukemia. Boeke hailed from Akron, Ohio, and was a student at Cuyahoga Falls High School, where he engaged in football and track. He earned a football scholarship to Heidelberg College, distinguishing himself as a two-way tackle in football and earning track letters. In 1985, he gained entry as a founding member into the Heidelberg University Athletic Hall of Fame. The Summit County Sports Hall of Fame welcomed him in 2008. Boeke was drafted by the Los Angeles Rams in the 19th round of the 1960 NFL Draft, assuming the role of a backup offensive tackle. In 1963, he also took on the position of defensive tackle. On August 19, 1964, he was traded to the Dallas Cowboys in a deal involving rookie running back Le Josephson. The Cowboys sought Boeke's services in 1964 to bolster their offensive line due to a series of injuries. He stepped up, starting 7 games, including 4 at left tackle, filling in for the injured Tony Licio. The following year, he secured the regular starting position at left tackle after Licio couldn't recover from his right knee injury. In 1966, he initiated 10 games before being sidelined by a knee injury and eventually replaced by Licio. One of his most memorable moments unfolded near the end of the 1966 NFL championship game. With the Cowboys trailing the Green Bay Packers by a touchdown and having a first down on the Packers' 2-yard line, Boeke incurred a false start penalty. Dallas failed to score after Don Meredith threw an interception on 4th down. The Packers went on to defeat the Kansas City Chiefs in the inaugural AFL-NFL Championship game, now recognized as the first Super Bowl. From 1960 to 1966, Boeke maintained a streak of 92 consecutive games played. In 1967, he couldn't reclaim his starting position and served as Licio's backup. His final game with the Cowboys was the 1967 NFL Championship game, famously known as the Ice Bowl. On August 28, 1968, he was traded to the New Orleans Saints in a swap involving linebacker Jackie Burkett. So here's to the memories we've made and the exciting horizons ahead. As we part ways for now, I want to leave you with a heartfelt thank you. Thank you for being a part of this incredible journey. Until we meet again, take care, stay curious, and keep spreading the positivity. This is not the end. It's just a pause in the playlist. Wishing you all the best and see you in the next chapter. Bye for now.